Things are about to heat up, guys, because this Obi-Wan Kenobi series leak may have just proved something that we thought it was over and done with. It was never possible to backtrack this, but I think the Obi-Wan series is about to attempt it. We always felt bad for Anakin / at that time Darth Vader infiltrated or invaded the Jedi Temple on the orders of Emperor Palpatine, executed Order 66 to such an extent that he even went as far as to kill the Younglings, as we quote-unquote see in Revenge of the Sith. Now though, this series might have us questioning that very scene, because basically all we see is a youngling asking Master Skywalker what to do in a room filled with younglings, and Anakin igniting his lightsaber, insinuating that he went berserk on every kid there. The Filoniverse, however, has started to poke the bear, to kind of question that very thing. Did Anakin actually go through with it? Those who have read the comics as well and have watched my videos on this channel know the one comic where Darth Vader recollects the aftermath of him coming from the Jedi Temple after the massacre. When Palpatine asks Vader did he kill even the younglings, you can see that Anakin's face is telling us a million words a minute. This face could basically be interpreted as every single emotion at once, but we definitely get the vibe that he is regretful or traumatized, to say the least. Before this Obi-Wan series leak, and ultimately the Obi-Wan series in general, when it releases, the first major speculation that came to us was realizing back in The Mandalorian Season 2 that Grogu was actually a youngling from the Jedi Temple and he escaped Order 66. Then in the Book of Boba Fett just recently, we actually saw Grogu have a vision, him watching as the clones slowly killed Jedi after Jedi and approaching him. Immediately, the fans started asking, how did Grogu survive Order 66? If all the younglings were killed and Grogu is basically incapable of moving at that time, who actually saved him? And now comes this leak who might prove that Vader not only did not kill Grogu, he might have not killed a lot of other younglings during Order 66. Basically, since the days of The Force Awakens leaks, the site making Star Wars has always been at the forefront of some of the biggest insider knowledge that there was. Some things were leaked accidentally, some I assume were leaked intentionally just to get the feel of the fans where they were at the time and what would they think about a Boba Fett movie or an Obi-Wan movie. Now we see those rumors and those leaks taking form after all these years, but all in all, a trusted leaker from making Star Wars, who has been reporting on a lot of insider stuff during these years, says that part of the plot in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series will focus on a Jedi straggler named Nari, who comes to Obi-Wan for help. You see, like Grogu, it seems that Nari as well grew up in the Jedi Temple and somehow survived Order 66. And if you think about it, this perfectly explains who Obi-Wan is talking to in the trailer. He is telling someone that we lost, we meaning the Jedi. This kind of affirms this leak that a youngling Jedi survivor Nari could re-encounter Obi-Wan once more. Now, this leaker claims that this will lead into some kind of a flashback scene in which we will see a digitally de-aged Hayden Christensen. So along with a lot of other speculation, this has been heavily implied that the Kenobi series will also use the de-aging technology similar to The Mandalorian and to the Book of Boba Fett. This time, Hayden Christensen will be the one to be de-aged in what I can definitely assume is these flashback scenes. Since Revenge of the Sith is now closing in on 20 years, 17 to be more exact, I really think that de-aging is probably needed. If the flashback scene is for Anakin during Attack of the Clones where he was much younger, then of course de-aging is a necessity. All in all though, the point of this leak is the connection between this surviving Jedi Nari and a de-aged Hayden Christensen. If we link these two together, then we definitely have something. You see, if a de-aged Anakin shows up in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series and we see him actually inside the Jedi Temple or executing Order 66, then things might get complicated for the canon lore as we all know it. You see, if the Nari thing is true, if he was a youngling that survived Order 66, then there are a lot of younglings that have come out of hiding and have revealed that they escaped, that they actually survived. Approximately, Nari will search out for Obi-Wan Kenobi a decade later, after Order 66. So it stands to reason that he was a child or a youngling during Order 66, in which we can also assume sooner or later he encountered Anakin in the Jedi Temple. Otherwise, Anakin was not doing a thorough job. If he missed Grogu and then missed this youngling as well, then how many more did he let live? Now let's get to the meat of things, and what I think the connection really is. As I said earlier, we only see an ignition of a lightsaber and a room full of younglings. It is indicated or insinuated that he continued to kill them all. We get a glimpse of Yoda and Obi-Wan seeing some adolescents, confirming that some younglings have died. In Revenge of the Sith, as Yoda and Obi-Wan later in the scene when they enter the Jedi Temple post-Order 66, some of the younglings have died. Anakin fighting many Jedi. Later, we see Obi-Wan also reviewing footage in that there are some young Jedi fighting him and some Jedi Knights as well. Now, hear me out. If we take canon into context, and we know what Vader did during that horrible time, then yes, I do believe that Anakin/Vader did kill those younglings, and some maybe survived. What if we enter a hypothesis right now, a fanfic of sorts, just like we did with Grogu surviving? We don't know who saved Grogu. It could have very well been Vader as a show of weakness. If this young Jedi Nari survived Order 66, and a decade later, he is searching for Obi-Wan, this is what I think the craziest thing to happen would be. And again, we're in fanfic territory. Ever since it was announced that Anakin would appear in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and that Vader and Kenobi would meet again/fight again, fans have been fixated on the one moment in the Return of the Jedi where Vader actually tells Luke, "Obi-Wan once thought as you did," implying that Obi-Wan was at one point actively trying to turn Vader back into the light. The sad thing is that nothing in the prequels actually showcases this. There was not a lot of back and forth. So why is Obi-Wan keen on meeting Vader now again in the series? Well, most of us think that Obi-Wan has come to the conclusion he has a chance to bring Anakin back into the light even after all these years. This is the ultimate reason why they will meet up and possibly fight. I think that Qui-Gon will have a lot to do with it as well, but I think that this youngling, Nari, could have the ultimate say. Once Nari actually says that Vader did not kill me during Order 66, this is the key moment when Obi-Wan will realize that Anakin still has good in him. It will be because this child survived because of Vader. In a sense, after all that killing, Anakin/Vader inside the Jedi Temple broke for a second. The inner light came through. It was during this moment of weakness in the dark side that Vader spared the life of Nari, and possibly it could be the same case for Grogu as well. So I think that this surviving Jedi that will meet up with Obi-Wan will be the true thing that will turn Obi-Wan's feelings towards Anakin, that he still has good in him, and there is a chance, if he talks to him once more, that he could turn him ultimately back into the light. I know it's a crazy idea, and I might have ranted there for a little, but what did you guys think about this Obi-Wan leak, about the Jedi survivor Nari, and will he play a huge role on Obi-Wan's thinking? Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.